If you believe your wife to be a witch?
It looks like Outlander Season 7 pulled off a shocking fake-out, and honestly, it might lead to some serious trouble in Season 8, especially when it comes to a major character death. Now, before we go any further, here's your spoiler warning. We're diving into some Season 8 stuff, so if you're not caught up or want to avoid spoilers, now's your chance to click away. Still here? Cool, because while this video is definitely focused on the shocking things coming in Season 8, we're also going to talk about something I'm really excited for. The Outlander prequel is continuing this magical trend from Claire's original story, and I love that they're staying true to that vibe. And if that wasn't enough, there's also talk of a shocking twist involving Brianna's book storyline. Yep, Season 8 might be throwing out a pretty big part of it, so let's dive into all the surprises, the drama, and everything we know so far about what's coming up for Outlander Season 8. As we know heading into Season 8, there's a lot of buzz about a major character death, something huge that should shake things up in the final season. But here's the thing, the show already pulled a major fake-out with a death scare in Season 7. That twist was dramatic and emotional, sure, but now it might actually make a real death in the next season feel a little flat. Outlander has always been packed with twists, which is part of why fans love it. But when you've already played the "they're dead, just kidding" card, doing it again doesn't pack the same punch. And it doesn't help that the show is working with a condensed format. Diana Gabaldon's books have so much detail and emotional buildup, but when you try to cram that into a single season, especially a final one, it's tough to do justice to the weight of a character's death. There's a great story in Gabaldon's 9th book that could give Outlander a powerful conclusion, if it's adapted well. But even with the best writing and performances, there's no denying that the structure of TV makes certain moments harder to land the way they should. Another challenge? The book series itself isn't finished yet. Diana Gabaldon has released 9 Outlander novels so far, but the 10th and final hasn't come out. And it won't be published before the TV show ends. That means Outlander Season 8 will mostly have to rely on Book 9, Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. The good news is that this book does include a dramatic, emotional peak that should serve as a satisfying ending for the show. The bad news? It's not the true end of the story. So the showrunners will need to make some bold decisions to give fans real closure. In Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, Jamie once again goes off to fight in battle. This time it's the Battle of Kings Mountain during the American Revolution. History tells us the Continental Army wins this one, but things get complicated when Brianna finds a historical record stating Jamie Fraser died in that exact battle. Of course, Jamie goes anyway because he's Jamie, and when he doesn't come back, Claire assumes the worst. This wouldn't be the first time Outlander made us believe Jamie was gone for good, but as usual, he's not really dead. Claire finds him just in time and uses her healing skills, along with what seems like a supernatural bond, to save him. It's powerful and dramatic, but also kind of familiar, because just last season we went through the same emotional roller coaster. In Season 7, Claire thought Jamie had died when the ship he was supposed to be on was lost at sea. She spiraled into grief, locking herself away and numbing the pain with alcohol. Then Jamie showed up, very much alive, and explained he had switched ships at the last minute. It was a great moment, no doubt. The tension broke with laughter and relief, but when you've already had a fake-out like that, doing it again might not land the same way. In the books, the earlier fake-out and the later battle were spaced out across 2 books and over a decade of publication, so readers didn't feel like it was the same trick twice. But on screen, it's all happening back to back. And if Jamie is once again dead, only to be dramatically revived, it could come off more repetitive than riveting. At this point, even fans who haven't read the books probably won't believe Jamie will actually die. So instead of focusing on the will he or won't he of it all, the show could shift the spotlight to Claire's healing journey. After all, Brianna's discovery of Jamie's death is based on something Frank Randall wrote in a history book. This gives Claire time to prepare and sharpen her abilities before facing the moment she might lose Jamie. The emotional focus wouldn't be on the death itself, but on how Claire refuses to accept it. Season 7 has already planted the seeds for this storyline. It just needs to follow through in a way that keeps things fresh. If Claire's healing power is what saves Jamie, again, then the story becomes about love, resilience, and destiny, rather than just surviving another battle. While we're all worried about Jamie and Claire, Brianna has her own arc that deserves attention. The show has taken some liberties with her storyline before, and there's concern that it may leave out some of the more meaningful parts of her development from the books. One major moment from Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, where Brianna uncovers a letter from Frank, was completely skipped in Season 7, even though it looked like it was being set up. There's a scene where Brianna finds one of Frank's books, and the camera lingers on his image, but the book itself is never mentioned again. Then she gets distracted by a letter from Roger, and that's it. Frank's research vanishes from the storyline, which is a shame because in the books it plays a pivotal role. In the novels, Brianna finds a letter from Frank hidden in his writings. It warns her about an old Fraser prophecy and suggests she's in danger. That's part of what leads her and Roger to go back to the 18th century. Frank also predicts Jamie's death in the Battle of King's Mountain, just like the historical record Brianna finds. So there's this sense that Frank, even though he never met Jamie, cared deeply for Brianna and was subtly helping guide her to her true family. This adds a beautiful layer of complexity to the whole story. It lets Brianna reconcile her love for both of her fathers, and it gives Frank a more meaningful role in the series' final act. If Outlander skips over this completely, it's a real missed opportunity. Instead of digging into the emotional and prophetic weight of Frank's letter, there's a chance the show will focus on Brianna having another child. In Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, she and Roger welcome a son, Davy. That's sweet and all, but if Season 8 ends up being all about Brianna being pregnant again, it's not really a satisfying wrap-up for her character. She's a loving mother, yes, but her storyline has always been about so much more. Time travel, science, survival, and family legacy. Frank's letter could tie all of that together in a powerful way. And there's always the option to mention baby Davy in passing or save that for a future spin-off or epilogue. But focusing only on motherhood in the finale would shortchange everything Brianna's gone through. Even with all these concerns about the final season, there's some exciting news on the horizon. The upcoming Outlander prequel series Blood of My Blood is in development, and it looks like it's continuing the magical trend of weaving time-spanning romances. This one will focus on the parents of Jamie and Claire, jumping between their lives in different centuries and showing how the legacy of love that defines Outlander began. While it might not feature time travel in the same way, the emotional core and historical backdrop will feel familiar. It's a chance to explore more of what makes this universe so compelling: romance, fate, and connection across time. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop, and if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.